Hey guys, it's Zach from Myshire Farm. We are back again with another video. Today we're actually going to talk about the National Poultry Improvement Plan, or NPIP. I thought this would be a good video to do right now because of the outbreak that is in California and also in Pennsylvania. So it just seems to be just going around. So we do have a couple of videos on our YouTube channel already from our NPIP instructor discussing certain things about it and diseases and things like that, which is really cool. But I've never really expressed why we chose and why we choose to be NPIP certified. So I thought I'd get into that today and help you understand the whole process. Before I begin, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Myshire Farm, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. But jumping into it, number one, there's two main ways that you can ship live animals or hatching eggs, which they consider to be live embryos, across state lines. And that is either you can have a veterinary to come out to your property and inspect the facility and your breeders and your quail, which gets extremely expensive very quickly every time you ship, or you can be NPIP certified. We chose the NPIP way. Now, I do understand that not everybody follows the NPIP. I also understand that not everybody gets vet checked, but I truly believe that that's a big part of why there's so many outbreaks everywhere and why it's taking so long to contain it, because they have to, they have to trace it back, and if there's no paperwork involved with that, it's very hard to find out where things go. So we want to try to do our part. But there's a couple different reasons why we are NPIP certified. The first one is its law, which I just discussed and explained. The second is it's good record keeping for everybody. Number one, we can go back, we at Myshire Farm can go back years and show every test result that we've ever had. So that's really nice. I'll tell you a story real quick. We had someone that purchased a very large order from us a while ago. And it seemed weird, but it worked out. We delivered the product, they paid. It just didn't feel right. And I learned a lot from that experience, but turns out that they had contacted me not soon after the sale and said that they were diseased. And I said, no, they're not. And they said, oh yeah, I want my money back, I'm gonna keep the quail, and I'm gonna sue you. And I said, weird, okay. And so I sent him the inspection report of our last NPIP, which was just a couple of weeks before we made the sale. As soon as I sent him that information, never heard from him again. So it was some sort of scam, some sort of, but I really believe that having that paperwork really saved me from just a long hassle, I haven't had any issues like that since, but one time would be enough to do some damage, So it's a peace of mind for me. It's great record keeping. And then it's also great record keeping for them, because if there is an outbreak somewhere, they can trace it back through all the paperwork to find out exactly where the source came from and quarantine the issue immediately so it doesn't affect everyone. So for example, I haven't been able to ship to certain places in California for a long time. I mean, we're talking months. And not only that, but now they're discussing shutting down California altogether because of this outbreak, and they can't seem to control it. So if everybody was following the rules, this could have been stopped a whole lot longer ago. I don't know how I was saying that, but we're gonna move on. But it could have been stopped a long time ago, is what I was trying to say. So that's another reason why we do it. Another reason is it's not just peace of mind for me, for the example that I gave you. with that customer, but it's also a peace of mind for a lot of my customers. I think they somehow feel much more comfortable that they're NPIP and that I'm NPIP certified. Now, does that mean that I'll never have a disease or that I'm not capable of getting something? No, that's not what that means. Anyone could get a disease. Anyone could have an outbreak. Now, knock on wood, we work extremely hard to never have that issue. But just because you're NPIP certified does not mean you're exempt from any disease that's out there. However, it does mean that you're taking proper steps to ensure that you won't be, or if you do, you'll catch it in time before anything disastrous happens. So that's nice too. And then the last reason is we're building this new quail barn, if you didn't know, and when it's built, we're gonna have the NPIP instructor, or one of them, come out and they're gonna do something called a biosecurity audit. Now, we've worked with them in the past months to ensure that we're putting things into place and installing things that it needs to be biosecurity certified and pass the audit. But the reason we want to do that is because we do want to have good practices and good policies in place, but also if you're NPIP certified, you've been following the rules, and you're biosecurity certified, you have a very strong chance that if anything ever happens, let's say there's an outbreak 30 miles away, it gets really bad, and they come here and say, I'm sorry, it's quarantine area, everything has to go. That would devastate me, right? I mean, that would just take the wind right out of my sails for this business, right? But if we're NPIP certified and biosecurity certified, we have a very strong chance of getting government subsidy to help us replace our flock and get us back on our feet. So that's another reason. It's kind of like insurance, you know, kind of like if we follow the rules, then they'll be more likely to help us out in the future. So that's another reason why we do it. So I hope that helped. I hope that shed some light on some things. If you're not NPIP certified, it's fine. You don't need to be NPIP certified. If you're just selling in-state, it's only crossing state lines. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is just our opinion on it and why we chose to do it. So I hope that helped. And guys, stay tuned. I've got better videos coming your way. Thanks.